Hello there, my name's John Porterfield of Eco Cars. Another video clip of another great car of the moment really, the Toyota Prius. This is the Mark II and we've taken this in part exchange at a local Toyota dealer, supplied by them from New, Farmer and Carlisle of Leicester. It registered the 28th of December 2005 on a 55 plate. And get this, one owner from New, one doctor owned from New, and it is the T Spirit. So it's got a few marks which I'll come to in a minute, but it runs very well indeed with a very good service history. So it's the T Spirit. This is the early T Spirit, so it does not have the reversing camera, but it does have sat nav and Bluetooth and other T Spirit features. So we got a rear load cover, fabric upholstery, is split in a 70-30 split, an immaculate boot, very clean, and under here a little cubby hole, and under here it's a space saver spare which I don't think has ever been used. So it's a very clean Prius, a little bit up on the miles, but it runs very well indeed. So I'll show you the other features. So very clean inside. This has just had a quick vacuum today, it's not had a wet clean. The upholstery is lovely and crisp and taut, still smells like a new car. 3 rear inertia seat belts with Isofix for the baby seat as well. Some mat pockets in the rear of the seats. Front seats have side airbags. Upgraded JBL silent system on the T Spirit, and electric windows all round. Door cards are in lovely clean order. Now looking at the driver's door card, 4 electric windows with the driver's side being a one-shot up and down. Lock all the doors, isolate the windows, and electrically operated. Wing mirrors. The driver's seat is very clean. It's height adjustable. There are no rips or tears to any of the fabric. No holes, no burns, no marks. The door cards are very clean, as is the carpet. It's a little bit brown. I'll probably give it a wet clean just to take off this brown dirt, but it does have 4 rubber foot mats which will be cleaned and put back in the car as well. The car comes with 2 remote keys, and I'll show you some of the features of this Prius. So I'll just show you how we start a Prius. So basically you take the key, place it in the slot, put your foot on the brake, press power. There we go, the car is on and running. Whilst we're here, we'll just show you the mileage. 110,353 miles, backed up by a very good comprehensive service history from Toyota. High on the miles, but it drives like a 50,000 mile Prius, to be honest. It's very tight, no undue noises. I'll run through the features. We have cruise control, we have satellite navigation, which works fine. There we go, and we've got an information centre telling you as you're driving whether you're drawing current from the battery or from the petrol engine, of course, where your power is coming from, and when you regenerate going down a hill. And I've just driven a mile here this morning to shoot this video, and I've averaged 64 miles to the gallon. So driven carefully, these are very economical cars to run. Voice activation, so you can turn the radio off and on. Other features with the sat-nav system via voice activation, change the temperature of the car as well. It's very clever. We have the volume control, which can be controlled from here or from the front of the sound system. Different modes, FM, AM, CD tracks, etc. Skip tracks or stations. Automatic climate control, which you can set here. It's on max, hot at the minute, or you can scroll down. And it basically maintains the temperature in the car for what you want. A 6 CD changer. Because it's the early Prius, it's also got a tape deck, which is rather quaint, but everything works fine. And lots of cubby holes. Works very well on the Prius. Lots of useful storage. With the armresters too, the little power point down there to plug in any auxiliary things you want to charge. And it works very well. Priuses are great, we sell lots of these, so well experienced in what we're talking about. Locking wheel nut is present and correct. The original tax disc holder is here from Farmer and Carlisle. And all the manuals that came with the car are here. Get them out. And also even the quick reference guide that came with the car when it was new. And it's just been serviced by Toyota, so they just left me a customer satisfaction sheet as well. So just show you some of the history and the document. So looking at all the booklets, they're all here that came with the Prius when it was new. All the service check sheets, including the last service check sheet when I've had it serviced. I had to give it a 20,000 mile service, where are we? 17th of the 10th 2012. So I've just had a £205 service, so that's for a major service, it's not that much. It's been serviced and checked over by Toyota, and the check sheet is here, along with obviously just a check sheet to show you exactly what they checked and anything they noted. So all the rest are here. They have all come from various Toyota dealers, mainly Farmer and Carlisle. Owner's manual, manual for the sat-nav, everything you need to know is here in this booklet. I'll pop that back. And we have the V5 here, showing it's owned by one doctor, and there was no previous keepers. And date of registration there, the 28th of December 2005. Classed as an alternative fuel car, and at 104 grams per kilometre CO2, it's £10 a year to tax. So V5 is present, you'd be the second keeper. The MOT is going to follow, but from Vosa's website we can see it is MOT till the 28th of December 2012, and it was MOT last year at 96,000 miles. So he's doing about 14,000 miles a year. So it's not an issue for us to re-MOT it for 12 months, but the current MOT is valid till the end of December. Service book is here, nicely stamped up. I'll just run through all the service intervals, mainly by Farmer and Carlisle, who are Toyota dealers. So its service was at 13, I'll run through the mileages, 26, 47 and 63, but there are some other invoices in there that denote that it does have a good service history. So, but I'll run through the ones that are stamped. So 13, 26, 47, 63, 75, 83, 93 and last at 110. So it's not totally full service history, but it's recently been serviced and it runs absolutely spot on. So under the bonnet of the Prius, everything's original, there's no signs of any new parts. It is HPI clear, of course, everything is original. Nice and dry down the side of the engine, no undue oil leaks, which of course would have been noted on the service at Toyota just yesterday. So before this car, let's take you for a short test drive. So welcome to the test drive. So I'll put with my foot on the brake, key in the slot, press power, up it starts, click down D for drive, release the brake, and away we go. Very smooth drive, the Prius, no undue noises or clonks. Drives nice and straight, doesn't pull to the left or the right. And that beep is just telling me the car is connected to my mobile phone via Bluetooth, so I can receive calls safely via the steering wheel. And because we're going down a hill, I'll just put the screen on, it's actually recharging the battery. We're not using any petrol at all. And if I squeeze the throttle about a millimetre, we will be moved along now 35-40 miles an hour just on battery power. Now this will happen at any speed, even at motorway speeds. You squeeze the throttle about a millimetre, you'll be moving along on electricity. Off the brake, got a bend coming up, it's regenerating again, it's putting battery power, electricity back into the battery. No clonks in the suspension, everything drives as it should. And of course if you want power, seamlessly kicks in the petrol engine. Ease off the power, maintain my speed at 45 miles an hour, petrol engine's turned off. So in effect, even though it's done over 100,000 miles, the engine's probably only done 50,000 miles, because half the time the engine is not actually on. So just go over the humpback bridge. Beautiful drive, very comfortable, and I'll just pull up. So like I said, doesn't pull to the left or the right with those new discs, and you come to a stop. If you're not moving, why have the petrol engine running? Everything still works, the air conditioning, the radio, the lights, the wipers, the heater, but if you don't need to move, why have that petrol engine running? So very well proven hybrid system. That concludes the test drive. I'll take you now for a final walk around this Prius. So welcome back from the test drive. I'll walk you around the car, starting at the front corner. We'll start at the windscreen. Windscreen is chip free, and looking at the front tyre, I'd say there's a good 6mm on that tyre, and the discs were replaced at 80,000 miles, so the discs are absolutely fine. There is no lips, very recent discs, very good condition discs. The front wheel trim is relatively clear, tiny scuff there. Locking wheel nuts on all the wheels as well. Wing mirror's fine. Looking down the side, there's a tiny out dent on this rear door, but it's barely noticeable. But we may get that repaired next week in our body shop. The rear tyre is very recent, again another good 6mm. The rear discs are fine. The rear trim is scuff free, very clean. The rear bumper, again this is why it's going to visit our body shop, is gouged, so it just needs the rear bumper painting. So it's always good for, I always feel, to show you what we've done to the car before you see it. So there's a mark there, it's been touched in. So we'll repaint the rear bumper. It will really brighten the car. The rear tailgate's fine, no marks to the lenses. This rear wheel, again very recent, 5-6mm. A little bit of scuffing to the plastic over wheel trim, and again the disc is fine inside too. This side is nearly perfect, just the odd mark, nothing you'd be concerned about. The wing mirror is fine. It's also taxed till the end of December, it's just £10 a year. But we'll include another 12 months tax should you so require. The front wheel tyre is a good 6-7mm, so good tyres all round. And as with most cars, the front wheel trim is gouged, scuffed on the plastic trim. Again, this front disc is not lipped at all. The front bumper, it's got the odd tiny mark. And the front bonnet, as with all Prius, suffers from stone chipping because of the shape of the car. So we have some touch-in paint, so we will touch in these odd tiny chip marks that are to the front of the bonnet. But overall, what a smart Prius. It drives, as you saw in the test drive, without fault. It's a very trustworthy, reliable hybrid car. Lots of information about high mileage Prius. We hear of taxis covering 300,000 miles without any issues whatsoever. So buy with confidence. This is excellent value for money, being the top of the range T Spirit. And we'll look forward to speaking to you soon. We welcome any test drives, any inspection. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, Jonathan, here at Eco Cars. Thanks for watching.